Battler basketball is on the air from the Big Red House in Gettysburg, South Dakota. Tonight we have action between your Potter County Battlers and the Stanley County Buffaloes out of Fort Pierre. We will have two games for you tonight. First the JV game, and then that will be followed by the varsity game. So we'll give you the starting lineups. I am here. This is Jeff Adele speaking alongside the one and only Warren LeBeau. And Warren, would you like to give the Stanley County lineup tonight?
Sure would, sir. Starting in the JV, again, this is the JV game, is number 1, Weston Prince. He's 5'9" guard. He's a freshman. Also is number 3, Kelly Olson. He's 5'9", sophomore. Another guard, Brendan Bothwell, number 5. He's a guard. He's also a freshman. Wyatt Mortensen, number 12. He's 5'11" guard. He's sophomore. And then Baldwin, number 23, 6'1", so he could probably be in the inside. He's a sophomore as well. And coaching for the Buffaloes, or the Buffs as they prefer to be called, is Joey Fisher. So that's who's going for the purple and gold.
And for your Potter County Battlers tonight, number 3, a 5'8" sophomore, Jackson Krause. Number 4, a 5'10" junior, Sean Sire. Number 13, a 5'11" freshman, Xavier Hobart. Number 33, a 5'8" sophomore, Brendan Bieber. And number 34, a 5-foot freshman, Jaron Chase. The JV team is coached by Andrew Tuttle. And, of course, the head coach for the Battlers, who will be coaching the varsity game, is Bryce Hall. If you're wondering about Chance Smith, who usually starts on the JV team, he is out sick. He was out on Friday night when they played down at Oneida, and he is still out. So
all right.
We certainly hope Chance gets well soon.
Yeah, he'd be missed inside.
And speaking just for myself, I want to say I'm glad to be back here tonight. I've had to miss a couple of games last week. Was off on special assignment, secret assignment. Can't tell you where I was or what I was doing, but anyway, I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back tonight. And the teams are out on the floor. It looks like Noah Baldwin will be jumping center against Xavier Hobart.
And they pulled a fast one where the starters they gave you are not starting.
Well, some of them are.
Yeah, some of them are. That was Wagner. Is that Erna?
Actually, it's Wyatt Mortensen is number 22, and they listed him on the program as number 12.
Okay.
So that's where the discrepancy is.
Okay.
So the foul was picked up by Xavier Hobart, his first.
And Bothwell will be going to the line for the Stanley County Buffs, see if they can break the ice here. And nope. 2 goose eggs will remain on the scoreboard. But Mr. Bothwell will get a second chance at it. And still no score. Put right back up.
And Bieber comes away with the rebound. Over to Jaron Chase. Chase not afraid to take it in there. Kicks it back out to Jackson Krause for a 3. No good.
That's pulled down by Olson. He gives it on up to Bothwell. Bothwell goes into Mortensen. Kicked back out. Again, Bothwell has it. That is Olson. Loose ball.
Jaron Chase comes away with it, and he's fouled.
It's early in the game. Refs are just as nervous as the kids because I think that was pretty ticky-tack.
Well,
I know, but it's in our favor, so I'm not complaining too much.
And sometimes they just like to establish things early to make sure nothing gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Chase has it. Sean Sire over to Hobart. Xavier Hobart with it. Brendan Bieber. Sire. Chase. Shot clock at 12. Chase puts one up.
Nice.
Hits it. Jaron Chase gets the first basket of the game. 2-0 Battlers.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one. That's Prince bringing the ball down.
Prince is wearing purple. I wonder if he has purple rain.
Well, yeah, but I was actually wondering, their quarterback last year was Prince. I imagine that was either an older brother or cousin.
Most likely.
Yeah, because I remember writing the name quite a bit for the Potter County News.
Jackson Krause brings it up for the Battlers. That's Hobart with it over to Sire. Sire for 3. Hits it.
Good start.
Battlers take a 5-0 lead.
Okay. Olson, that's Bothwell gets it across. Kick that on over to Olson. Olson back to Bothwell. That is Mortensen.
Bieber with the rebound. Line change coming up for the Buffaloes. They've got 4 guys waiting to check in. Hobart with it. Sire looks at a 3, turns it down. Chase. Krause, he'll take the 3. No good.
Okay, that's pulled down by Olson.
Sire takes it away to Krause. Krause puts it up. Nice move. 7-0 Battlers, and the Buffaloes call timeout with 3:33 remaining in the first quarter, excuse me. But while we have a moment, the referees for tonight are Jordan Opp, Brendan Roth, and Greg Stroh. And we thank them for coming here tonight, because for all the criticism the refs take, and sometimes we give them some too, it'd be hard to play a game without them.
Okay, they did almost a complete line change on me too. 3 new ones came in.
I believe it might be 4. They had 4 sitting by the scorer's booth anyway.
Green. So Leaf Green. 21 is Q Bourne. And Boxley.
Battlers with their regular
Bothwell gets it
5.
across. Kicks it on out to Richardson. Almost stolen. Long shot put up, but by Leaf Green.
Foul on the Battlers. Jackson Krause gets the foul. His first second team foul.
Richardson triggered in for the Buffs. Kicked it over to Bourne. Ball's put up and swish. That's Richardson. He gets a 3.
Buffalo's on the board, 7-3. Krause with it. Sire. Chase. Back to Sire. Bluffs the 3, takes it in, loses it. And it's a held ball.
Possession will stay with the Battlers, according to the arrow.
Sire to throw it in. Chase with it. Tries to drive the baseline, turns around, goes back out. Holbert. Same deal. Sire. Chase. And shot clock went off.
That hurts.
Yeah, it does. But you got to pay attention to where it is.
Richardson will trigger it in on the side here. Kicks it out to Bothwell. Bothwell will get it over. Back on down to Richardson. Driving. He kicks it out. 31's Boxley. And they said he moved his feet.
Well, it'd be hard for him to go anywhere if he didn't.
Well, in basketball, you got to stop. You got to keep both, at least one down.
Yeah, you got to bounce the ball when you're moving
at least
your feet. Chase brings it up. Bieber with it now. Holbert for 3, no good. Rebound comes off to Brendan Bothwell.
Okay. Bothwell had it. He was going. He's fouled.
Sean Sire picks up his first personal, third team foul. 1:57 to play, first quarter.
Leaf Green triggered in underneath on the right side. Slaps the ball, expects his teammates to move. There he drops it on in to Bourne. Bourne goes up for 2.
Nice move by Q Bourne. 7-5. Chase brings it up. Battler scored the first 7 of the game. Buffaloes have had the next 5. Krause with it. Sire. Chase drives into the baseline, and he's fouled.
Fouled by Boxley, correct?
Well, we'll see if the referee agrees with you. Bothwell, I think, is who they called. Yep.
All right. Bothwell.
His first, second team. That's why you like to see him take it in there, because a lot of times you will get fouled. Chase with it. Krause. Bieber. Sire. Chase swinging the ball around all out the three-point line. Sire with it. Holbert drives in, puts it up short.
Bourne comes down with the rebound. Almost lost it.
And we have a foul on the Battlers.
Starting to add up pretty quick, Joe.
That's 4 team fouls.
And we're not even out of the first.
Second on Holbert. And Holbert will come out of the game. Coming in is number 1, Joseph Stanley.
Leaf Green will trigger it in on the side. Kicks it on down. That's Richardson, goes up 2. We're tightening it up.
He has 5. It's 7-7. Battler scored the first 7. Buffalo's got the next 7. Bieber with it. Chase will take a 3. No good.
No good. Pulled down by...
Sire steals it. Takes it in. No good. There's Stanley with it, puts it up. That'll go.
Stanley will get it.
His first basket. Battlers back in front, 9-7.
Okay. See if they can get sorted out here. That's Bothwell. It's going left. Kicked it out on down to Richardson. Taken away.
Stanley with the rebound. Had a good shot there, but couldn't get it to drop. Chase with it. Shot clock's off now. Kraus tried to bounce it over to Bieber, but can't throw it through him.
Stolen by Bourne. He's trying to go all the way. Yep. Goes up 2.
Nice move there. He has 4. We're tied at 9.
Leekren batted away. Throws it up, but no good. Won't count.
So, after one quarter, we really haven't settled anything yet. It's the Buffaloes 9, the Battlers 9. Running down the scoring in the first quarter quickly. Cash Richardson with 5 points and Q Bourne with 4. And he just goes by the letter Q.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's all he has for a given name or if that's just what he goes by. But it's in the scorebook as Q Bourne, and it's in the program as Q Bourne. So we'll just call him Q.
Well,
that was a character on Star Trek, wasn't it? Q.
Yes, but my references, since I'm older than you, is from James Bond.
Well, there you go. I remember Q and James Bond too.
Q Bourne, right?
There you go. That's his Bourne identity. So,
but that's my reference is James Bond. I know there was a Q in Star Trek, but which one I don't know.
And for the Battler scoring, just so we get that in here, it was Sean Sire with 3. Jackson Kraus with 2, Jaron Chase with 2, and Joseph Stanley with 2. So the team's coming out for the second quarter. For the Battlers, it's the same ones as ended the first. It's the starting lineup with the exception of Joseph Stanley in there for Xavier Hobart, who has 2 fouls.
Yeah, Richardson will be bringing it in for the Buffs. Kicks it over to Prince. And we've also got Bothwell. And let's see. Can't pick up a number yet. That's Richardson throwing it up for 3, and it's good.
Cash Richardson with 8 points, and the Buffaloes take a 12-9 lead. Chase brings it up, passes it to Stanley, now to Bieber. Back to Chase. Takes it in, blocked, goes out of bounds. Battlers retain possession with 21 on the shot clock. And that's the other thing about taking it in there. If they block it once in a while, so what? A lot of times it goes out of bounds just like that, and you keep possession of the ball, get another chance.
Or you go to the free throw line.
Yeah. Sire to Chase. Knocked away, it goes out of bounds. Battlers retain possession, 16 on the shot clock, 5:25 left in the second quarter. Sire looking for someone, finds Bieber. Loses it out of bounds.
Richardson hit that up.
Stays with the Battlers, down to 13 on the shot clock. Not desperate yet, but they do need to think about getting a shot. Sire with it to Chase. Chase will take the shot for 3, hits it. The bank is open.
And we're tied.
5 for Chase.
Bothwell gets it across, kicks it on out to Olsen. Olsen to Richardson. Richardson to Prince. Drops it in the ball win. He almost lost it. Gives it back to Richardson. Richardson walked. Again, you're not allowed to do that.
So the Battlers get the ball. 4:59 remaining in the second quarter. Chase brings it up. Chase looking around, gives it to Sire. Sire looking. Bieber with it now.
No, they're not moving enough, Jeff.
But they drew a foul.
They got Richardson for that one. He said 14. I don't think a man in a black and white shirt would lie.
Oh, heavens no. Heavens no. His first personal, third team foul. Chase for 3.
Nice looking shot, but it was off to the side. That is Prince with it. He rebounded. He's on the attack. He drops it over to Bothwell. Bothwell into Prince. Prince kick it back up front, almost slapped away. Bothwell has it again, setting up his offense. And drops it into Richardson. Richardson's going up strong. Rims out.
Foul on the Buffaloes. See who they got here.
Your uncle just put that up.
Yeah, I'm going to put that up.
Okay.
Foul was called on number 23, Noah Baldwin. That's his second. And we have a timeout. I didn't see who called. It's on the Battlers calling timeout. So I believe each team has used up one. It's a 30.
And I wasn't paying any attention at all because I was talking to Miss Izzy. Miss Izzy's our IT specialist tonight.
Yes, she was here for a moment. She left, but I'm sure she's coming back.
Yeah.
We're tied at 12 here in the second quarter. If Battlers jumped to a 7-0 lead, Buffaloes came back to tie it at 7, and it's been a close game ever since. Each team, it was tied at 9 at the end of the first quarter, and each team has 3 here in the second quarter so far. 4:15 to play.
I got Richardson, Bourne, Prince, Bothwell, and Olson.
For the Battlers, that's Chase with it. Also out there are Stanley, Kraus, Sire, and Bieber. Chase puts one up, no good.
A little short. That's pulled down by Bourne. He gives it up to Prince. Prince trying to run with it. It's going right. Kicks it on over to Richardson. Short.
Kraus with it. Chase will bring it up. Xavier Hobart getting ready to check back in for the Battlers. Kraus with it. Sire bluffs a 3, gets it to Bieber. Chase drives in, puts one up, off balance, no good.
Bothwell was guarding Chase. He gets the rebound. Long pass on down to Bourne. To Prince. Prince lost the handle. Turns right back over. We've been stuck on 12 for a little bit, Jeff.
Yeah, Bourne fired that one like he was throwing it about 50 feet away, and the guy was standing almost right next to him.
Are you saying you look like out of a Bond movie? Or was it more like a laser?
It was a hard pass to a guy who was not very far away. That's a tough one to handle. Chase with it to Hobart. Back to Chase. Hobart. 13 on the shot clock.
Oh, he stuck his knee out, got away with it.
Hobart gets it back, shakes one up from the free throw line, but misses everything except the floor.
He stuck his knee out. Okay, Richardson gets it into Prince. Prince will get it across. No problem. Kicked on over to Olson. Olson drops it into Bourne. Bourne's fighting underneath. He's way too far under. Kicks it out to Olson. He'll fire up a 3 off the back of the rim. Run down by Bothwell. Bothwell behind the back, driving, dishes out to Richardson. Richardson loses the handle.
And we have a foul.
And they're saying he lost the handle because he was fouled. Olson's going underneath to take it.
Chase picks up the foul, his first 15 foul.
Okay, Richardson's going out. Leaf Green's coming in.
Jackson Krause comes back into the game, and even Chevron makes his first appearance. Coming out are Chase and Bieber.
Okay, Prince went out. Richardson came in for the bus. That's the lineups now. That's Bourne, pushes back, goes up for 2. Breaks that tie we were talking about.
Bourne and Richardson have done all the scoring for the Buffaloes. 14-12.
I did watch Stanley County play the other day against Cheyenne Eagle Butte. Bourne plays a lot on varsity too.
Hobart for 3. No good.
Pulled down by Richardson. He gives it up. That's Bothwell trying to run. He lost the handle.
Foul on Sean Sire, his second. Makes 16 fouls.
Olson will trigger down on the right side of the rim.
Will be in the one-on-one with the next Battler foul.
That's thrown up by Leaf Green. Rattles in for 3.
His first basket of the game. 17-12 Buffaloes. Chevron with it. Gets it out to Krause. Stanley, Hobart for 3. Nope.
Short.
Battlers haven't scored for a while.
22's coming in.
That's Mortensen.
Oh, that's Mortensen. All right. So Mortensen's back in. Oh.
And they call the charge on Bothwell. That's his second. 5th team foul. The Stanley County coach appears to disagree with that call. Not a vehement disagreement, just visiting with the referee a little bit. Expressing the fact that he had a difference of opinion on that.
I don't think they're talking about the Super Bowl.
Holbert gets tied up and it's
away.
taken away, but they'll call a held ball and the Battlers will retain possession. Didn't get it quite quick enough, I guess. Sire to bring it in. Minute 31 to play, second quarter. Chevron puts up a hook shot, no good.
Pulled down by Bothwell. He's a guard, but he seems to be getting a lot of boards. Gets it across the line, not much difficulty. Drops it in Bourne. Bourne fakes, pass, goes up strong, goes off the rim. Gets the rebound, and he's tied up. Ball stay with Stanley County.
Minute 14 to play.
Mortensen. Underneath on the baseline, on the right side. Dropped it in Bourne. Bourne fakes, goes up strong, goes in. They're going to give him 2 and send him to the line for 1.
And we'll see who they got. They got Holbert for that one. That's his 3rd. Well, he comes out along with Stanley. Max Mazzella makes his first appearance in the game, and Chase comes back in.
Bourne shoots. No good.
Mazzella gets the rebound. Over to Chase. Sire with it. Buffalo's on a 7-0 run. Battlers need to do something about that.
Yeah.
Sire to Chase.
They got to put it up. There's
Chase takes a 3. Short. Mazzella with the, almost had
pulled
the
away by
rebound.
Bourne. He'll give it up to Olsen. Olsen will be running here. Gets it up to Prince. Kicks back over to Olsen on the left side. Back into the middle of Mortensen. Mortensen passes it back out. Kicked into Bourne. Bourne one dribble, goes up. Too hard. Gets his own rebound. Goes up off the backboard like they teach you. Still too hard.
Kraus gets it. Shot clock is off. 21 seconds to play in the half. Chase with it. Plenty of time, but Chase will take it to the basket. No good.
Bourne gets the rebound. Kicks it on out to Prince. Prince with a long pass up to Olsen.
Kraus gets it back and loses it.
Playing volleyball now. Mortensen, he just got fouled.
And that was kind of a frustration foul,
Yeah,
I
you can
think.
see that's also an intentional foul. See if they give it a, because when you do that, it's usually intentional. No, they're going to just call it common foul.
Usually you got to hit them harder than that before they'll call it intentional. But before they'll call it, you do. I'm not saying the intent wasn't there. I'm just saying that's usually how they'll call it.
Anyway, Mortensen's on the line. Got a new player. 30. Cadwell. First shot. Wasn't he any active shooting? Guess not.
I guess not. They called it a 1-on-1.
Okay.
And he missed. And I'm
missed
not
it.
sure why they blew the whistle on that. Must be a
Lane
lane violation.
But I thought he was shooting. I thought it was a 2-shot.
Well, the referee didn't think so. Holbert with a long.
Oh, this so close.
So we have reached halftime. Stanley County with a 7-point lead. It is 19-12. As the Battlers got only 3 points in the second quarter, and that was pretty early on. So we'll look at the scoring here. For Stanley County, most of their scoring has happened with Q Bourne and Cash Richardson. They each have 8. Ethan Leafgreen has contributed 3. For the Battlers, Jaron Chase is in the lead with 5 points. Sean Sire has 3. Jackson Krause and Joseph Stanley each with 2. And those add up to a 19-12 score. Xavier Holbert really the only one in serious foul trouble. He has 3. With 2 are Jackson Krause and Sean Sire. For Stanley County, Brendan Bothwell has 2 and Noah Baldwin has 2. So nobody in serious foul trouble there. Following this game will be the varsity game between these two teams. And that could be a good game.
It should be a very good game. Stanley County, here we go. Stanley County is 3-12. Our Battlers are 1-12. And so Stanley County in the last 5 games, they're 2 out of 3 coming in. So, of course, we only have that 1 win. So, should be a good game though.
Yeah.
Stanley County played Cheyenne River Eagle Butte last week, and Cheyenne Eagle Butte beat them. That was their only win so far this season. So what I'm trying to say is it should be an even match.
Yeah, both teams have struggled this year. The Battlers have improved as the season went on, and it hasn't shown up a lot in the win-loss column yet. They played, for the most part, a good game against Sully Buttes on Friday night. They struggled in the 3rd quarter, and that was really their downfall. They played 3 good quarters out of 4, but, of course, you got to play 4 if you're going to really get her done.
It has to be frustrating for them, but, again, like he said, the positive is they won't quit.
That is exactly right. They never quit. They got down in that game. I think they were down by about 10, 12 points there in the 4th quarter. They came back close to within 5 with under a minute to play, and they had the ball. If they had made a 3, they'd have been right there, but unfortunately they didn't.
And they had to go to foul to get the ball, and that sent Sully Buttes to the line, and they were hot.
Yeah, that Sully Buttes shot fouls very well Friday night, and that's why the ultimate final score was a 10-point difference. But it was a good game. It was an entertaining game.
Okay, well, we got a little bit of time. Hopefully, if people are tuning in, we'll do the first shout out to Miss Molly, the editor of the Potter County News. Also, want to do a shout out to the girls down at the grocery store, Trudy, Caitlin, and Trish. Also, the ladies at the 2 different banks, Sarah and Jen. So hopefully, they're tuning in tonight and doing a shout out like I promised. And also, I don't see my good friend Mike Allmeyer. He usually shows up, takes pictures. And they get into the Potter County News every once in a while, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trudy's a pretty loyal Battler fan here. She is. I wouldn't doubt. If she's off work, she's probably watching tonight. But she works pretty hard down there at the grocery store,
they get all right about right now, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
7 o'clock.
So maybe we'll have to give them a shout-out again a little later on when they're home. Action for the Battler teams that's coming up. Tomorrow night, the girls are in action in Falkton. And that'll be a 6:30 start for the JV game. Thursday night, we have basketball and wrestling, and I'm not sure exactly how they're doing that. But
Old Gym, New Gym.
Old Gym, New Gym. Okay, so the basketball will be here in the new gym, and that's what we'll be covering. If we were like ESPN and had like a Battlers.Live 2, we could cover both of them, but unfortunately we can't do that. It'd sure be fun, though. I enjoyed the wrestling tournament that I did announce up in Hoven a couple of weeks ago. That was fun. So, but we'll have the basketball action, which will be the boys and the girls. No, it's just the boys on that night, isn't it?
Yeah,
on
but
Thursday night
it starts super early, though, because it might be a little bit off because they start with the middle school, correct?
Yes, the middle school starts at 4:15.
Yeah, and they play back to back to back, so the time might be askew.
And I'm guessing they'll play 2 middle school games. I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, and then Fulton is another one of those teams, too, that Potter County boys have a good shot at because they're just 5-10. So.
And that's always a fun game when we play Fulton. They're not as big a rival as Sully Buttes, but they're still a rival.
Your mom's going to get ready for the music tomorrow.
What's
Your
that?
mom's going to get ready for the music tomorrow if they catch your man.
Well, I hope so.
Well, Nancy's coming and playing tomorrow again. Well, if she comes, your mom says, "Oh, the music's here.
Well, Mom has COVID though, so I don't know if they're going to let her out.
I'll
She's
tell
pretty
Nancy.
much over it, so that possibly
Nancy,
they'll
she's
let
gonna
her
wear
out.
a mask, but she's coming in tomorrow, she says.
Yeah.
But that's what she's telling me now.
I hope so. I hope Mom can get out for us, 'cause she loves it.
We'll put it this way. All I know is she's just.
All right, we got a little bit of a sidebar going on, but I'll try to get back. The girls are also playing Pine Ridge on February the 11th, and that's kind of a unique situation because the girls will be playing Pine Ridge at Chamberlain, and that's a 2:30 start. And the Pine Ridge girls, who are usually very strong, they're also having a tough season as well. They're 3-8. And then the next one is a doubleheader on the 13th, but that's a makeup doubleheader from earlier due to the snowstorm, and they're playing Miller. And both teams are going to have their hands filled. The Miller girls are 12-3, and the boys are 5-9, and of course they play tough schedules. So
yes,
so it'll be interesting to see how we fare against them.
And I just got a call from Trudy. She said she is gone to part-time work now, so she was home and is watching the game. She heard her shout out.
Okay, great.
All right.
And then, like Jeff was saying, the girls lost at Sully Buttes on Friday, 52-63, and the boys lost 71-81. But the girls had a turnaround game, which was another makeup game up at Strasburg, home of Lawrence Welk. For the people about my age, you understand that. The kids will have to Google it.
Instead of a 1-1, they go a 1 and a 2.
And the girls easily handled that game. It was 59-16. And the thing that was most interesting when I was watching it, the clock didn't start running until the fourth quarter. So I did call the North Dakota Activity Association. They said, yes, we have emergency rules, but ours does not kick in to the fourth quarter.
Oh, okay.
And then the other unique thing about theirs compared to South Dakota is in South Dakota, if you get within 20 or below 20, then the clock goes back to normal. In North Dakota, it doesn't.
Oh.
So I guess even if that other team makes a comeback, that clock's still running.
There you go.
Yeah.
I suspect that really doesn't come into play just a whole lot.
I don't know. I think if you get up 30 points in the fourth quarter with an 8-minute quarter, it'd be pretty hard to come back.
Yeah.
Unless you had Steph Curry walk on the floor.
And I suspect our girls would like another shot at Sully Buttes. They did not play their best game down there on Friday night. And Sully Buttes is good. I'm not taking anything away from them.
They're ranked.
Yes.
They're number 4.
Yeah, they're
in the state.
They're a very good team, but the Battlers are a good team too, and they didn't play their best. And, of course, the Chargers had something to do with the Battlers not playing their best game, but still, I think they would probably like another shot at them.
I think there's a couple games the girls would like to have back, but we'll see. And who knows? They'll probably have them in the playoffs too. You never know.
They sure could. They sure could.
So we're getting ready to go, and I'm trying to find somebody that would know. Ashley Culp has been selected to play the national anthems at the state tournament. I just want to verify which one.
It's a boys' tournament. We know that, and we're kind of thinking it's probably the B. But
up at Barnett Center, which is wherever it is, it's still a very good honor for.
Oh, absolutely.
Ashley Culp. And of course, as you know, she does everything.
Yeah. And we've heard her play the national anthem a couple of times up in Hoven, and she does an excellent job with it.
Mm-hmm. So they're getting ready to come out. Looks like we've got Bothwell, Prince. Already I forgot his name. Mortensen. No, Jeff, we got 222s then. That's got to be grandson, because that other one.
I don't see another 22 on the program.
Bottom,
we
JV.
do. We do indeed.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's Mortensen or grandson, but we'll call this one Grandin.
Okay, and if anybody from Stanley County is watching, and if we got it wrong, we're sorry. But when they have two of them in there and they don't tell us who's who, we're just guessing. Sorry about that. Jaron Chase has the ball for the Battlers. He's joined by Sean Sire, Brendan Bieber, Jackson Krause, and Xavier Holbert. Sire with it over to Krause. Krause takes it in, loses it, stays with the Battlers. 13 on the shot clock. Battlers, after the first couple of minutes of the game, have really been struggling to score. Holbert with it. That's Sire
There
for
you
3. No good.
Rims out. That's pulled down by Grandin. Bothwell kicks it on over to Prince. Prince, long court press.
Sire takes it away. He'll take it. Now he slows down, goes up, puts it in. I think he was hoping to draw a foul, and he didn't get that, but we'll sure take the basket.
Okay. Prince has it. Drops it on down to Olsen. Olsen thought about it. He drives, kicks it back out to Prince. Prince on over to Baldwin. Or, excuse me, Bothwell. Bothwell, that's to Grandin. Bothwell into Olsen. Olsen's driving, goes up, rim, slides off the rim.
And he got his own rebound. Good job by him, but a lot of other people were just kind of standing still watching.
Yeah, he got bailed out on that one.
Foul is on Sean Sire. That's his third. First team foul for the Battlers, of course.
Okay. Looking for help. They find Prince on top. Prince on over to Bothwell. Bothwell trying to set something up. Gives it to Olsen. Olsen into Grandin. Grandin fires up a 3. Bounces off. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up, and he's fouled.
That'll be Hobart, I believe. It is. It's his 4th. Second team foul.
Grandin will go to the line for 2. Let's call him 22 plus. First one. Oh, rims out.
You couldn't make a basketball do that if you tried to.
No.
Joseph Stanley comes back in for the Battlers. Hobart goes out. 4 fouls with still 4:29 left in the third quarter.
Second one by Grandin. It's on its way. Swish.
That is the first free throw that the Buffaloes have made in 4 attempts. 4 attempts. 20-14, Chase with it.
Geez, that kid can handle the ball.
Sire. Kraus takes it in, puts it in. Kraus with 4. Battlers cut the lead to 4 at 20-16.
Olsen has it. He gets it across the line. He almost got his pocket picked. Prince thought about it, drives. He'll kick it out up to Bothwell. Bothwell, he drops it out to Grandin. Grandin throws up another 3, skims off. Bothwell goes up, 2.
His first basket of the night, 22-16. And Battlers nearly lose it out of bounds, but Chase comes up with it. Kraus. Sire. Stanley. Bieber. Underneath to Stanley. Good job just to get it.
He should have put it up.
He should have. Kraus puts it up, but it misses everything but the floor.
Bothwell. Bothwell, long pass down. That's Olsen. Olsen drops it in. Grandin gets it, and it dribbles in.
Grandin with 3 points off the bench, 24-16, and that quickly the lead's back up to 8.
22 plus. That's the only way I can remember it.
I believe that's their biggest lead of the night. Kraus with it to Sire. Sire for 3. No good. Battlers really struggling with their shooting after the first couple of minutes of the game.
Bothwell drops it out to Grandin. Grandin must be a 3-point specialist as he throws it up again. Baldwin goes up strong. He'll get it.
Baldwin with his first basket, 26-16. Kraus looks at a 3, now will take it. No good.
Nothing. Bothwell has it. Skip pass into Prince. Prince drops it back out. Bothwell has it on the right side, drops it into Baldwin. Baldwin turns, shoots, short. Geez, everybody kind of froze for a second.
Yeah.
Prince gets the loose ball.
And Stanley County calls timeout.
Potter County just froze for a sec.
Well, they've been a little passive here in this third quarter. They need to get aggressive here. 26-16. Stanley County leading. They have outscored the Battlers 7-4 in this quarter and stretched out to their longest lead of the night. Battlers scored 7 points within the first couple of minutes of the game and have only had 9 since then.
And the other thing is they haven't had any shots really in the paint.
No, they haven't. Once in a while somebody will drive in, but they've put up a lot of threes, which that's not necessarily bad, but they haven't made very many of them. They've made 2 tonight.
We'll see if Sire can get it going in this rest of this quarter.
And Sire's coming out of the game now. Ian Chevron
he's not going to
comes
get
in.
it going on this quarter then.
Not right now. at
That's
least.
Richardson. He drops it into the Baldwin.
Jonah
Or,
Pribble
excuse
in
me,
the game.
that's Bourne. Bourne gets tied up. They say he's pushed.
Number 0, Jonah Pribble makes his first appearance. The foul is on number 1, Joseph Stanley.
Olsen triggered in on the left side on the baseline. And he found Bourne. Bourne off his feet, so the ball turns back over.
Battlers have it, 2:14 to play. Third quarter. Battlers with 3 team fouls in this half. Buffaloes with none. And now the Battlers want a timeout.
Coach Hall wants to talk.
Yeah.
So yes,
It's a full timeout.
So yes, you're going to listen.
And he says, you see that orange round thing up there with the net falling under it? Put some basketballs through that.
Coach Hall speaks, you listen.
That's for sure. This season has to be frustrating for him, too. He's coached a lot of good teams here at Potter County.
And just as recent as last season.
Yes.
Took him to state.
But the boys, as I said, the boys work hard. They don't quit.
And they're not complaining.
No.
Because when you talk to them, they're always talking about team and coming together as a team.
Team's a little slow to come back from the timeout, but here they come. Ian Chevron will throw it in.
Yeah. Leaf Green, Bourne, Olson, Richardson, and Bothwell for the Stanley Cup Scouting.
Kraus with it. Chevron, the chase. Chase turns around, looks. Now he's in trouble. Oh, should have gone up with it. In my opinion, knowing that I could never coach a basketball team. Number 5, Brendan Bothwell picks up the foul. That's his first team foul. Chase with it. Chevron. Chase. Out to Pribble. Kraus runs it down. 22 on the shot clock.
Good hustle.
Kraus loses it.
Slapped away by Leaf Green. Leaf Green's looking for help.
Now Chevron takes it away to Kraus.
And that's Bourne taking it away from Stanley County. We're going back and forth now.
Doug Larson's thumb's going to get tired on that 35-second clock.
Bothwell has it. Skip pass on into Bourne. Bourne uses the backboard like they teach you, and it's 2.
And he has 10, the first player on either team to get into double figures. 12-point lead now for the Buffaloes. Chevron to Kraus. To Stanley. Chase. Pribble. Chevron. Kraus. Chase for 3.
Nice.
Yes, there we go. Battlers needed that one. That's 8 for Jaron Chase. Cuts the lead back to single digits at 9 points.
Bothwell gets it across without too much problem. He's trying to go coast to coast. He kicks right out to Bourne. Bourne goes up off the backboard again for 2.
12 for Bourne. Bothwell just ran right through the Battlers on that one. Shot clock is off. 26 seconds remaining. Chevron with it. And he's fouled. 20.3 seconds remaining in the period. Foul called on number 20, Ethan Leafgreen. That's his first. Second team foul.
And I think I said Greenleaf last time, so that's my dyslexic coming through. So it's Leaf Green. Apologize, folks.
Oh, Battlers lose the ball.
That's Bothwell. It's trying to go left-handed, and it works.
He has 4. 32-19. 8 seconds left. Battlers need to hurry. Chase brings it up. Tries to get it to Pribble, but loses it.
Long shot put up by Bourne. Nothing but air. And that'll conclude the third quarter. Potter County Battlers 19, Stanley County Buffs 32.
And on the scoring, Q Bourne leads the Buffaloes now with 12 points. Cash Richardson has 8. Brendan Bothwell 4. Ethan Leafgreen and Calvin Grandin each with 3. And Noah Baldwin with 2. So that makes 32. For the Battlers, Jaron Chase leads the team with 8 points. Sean Sire has 5. Jackson Krause 4. Joseph Stanley 2, and that makes 19.
Yeah. Well, we've seen the last of Bothwell and Bourne in this game. They put their jerseys on and went to the locker room.
Well, maybe that'll open some things up for the Battlers.
Coach pulled them in to get ready for the varsity game, which precedes this, or follows this one. Excuse me.
There you go. And you know that's a smart thing to do if you know you only want to play them 3 quarters in the JV game. Just get them off the bench, and then you're not tempted to put them in there.
Yeah, but JV, I mean, everybody wants to win, but really this is to season them up for the varsity.
That's right. That's right.
You want to win, but still.
And some of these guys that aren't necessarily starters need to play some too, because they're not going to improve by sitting on the bench.
Gordon kicks it in into Prince. We've got Olson. There's Gordon. He's going a little up. Off the board, 2.
So that was Grandin we called that
Grandin,
one, right?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Jackson Krause has it. Tries to get it into Pribble, but it's lost.
Okay. That's Olson to Prince. Prince spins to him, right in.
Foul called on the Battlers.
Okay, Jeff, he spun right into Krause, and they called him a push.
Krause picks up his 3rd personal foul, 4th on the Battlers.
Olson triggering in and on the left. He kicks out to Grandin. Grandin's going left, kicks it back out to Prince. Prince trying to think about what he wants to do. He drops it into Olson. Olson back out to Prince. On over to Richardson. Richardson's driving. He drops it back out to Grandin. Grandin drops it. 15 seconds. Prince, he goes up. Too hard.
Mazzela had the rebound, and he's fouled.
Yeah. There was a mugging before.
Prince picks up his 1st personal. 3rd team foul on the Buffaloes. For the Battlers out there right now, we have number 3, Jackson Krause. Number 0, Jonah Pribble. Number 15, Max Mazzela. 34 is Jaron Chase, and he puts up and hits it. He has 11. The other one out there is 35, Ian Chevron. Cuts the lead to 12 at 34-22.
I think the other teams underestimate Jared Chase.
And you can see why they would, but not if you watch him play, you wouldn't.
Dropped into Baldwin. Ball goes strong. Partially blocked. Good defense by the Battlers.
Battlers need to get some scoring done.
Well, they need some stops just like the one they had. Now they need to make it productive.
Yep, they need both, the stops and the scoring, because there's only 4:30 left, and they're down 12. Chevron with it. Chase. Chevron. Mazzela. Chase. 11 on the shot clock. Battlers need to get something going. Krause has it. Chevron. Somebody needs to shoot. Krause will. No good.
Too hard. Pulled down by Prince. Stanley County's trying to run. That's Richardson. He cranks it over to Gordon. Gordon goes off the backboard and 2. He's made several like that,
Yeah,
Jeff.
Grandin with 7. And our friend Izzy Michelson is back up here with us, so if we sound a whole lot better now, you'll know why. Krause with it. I meant the timbre of our voices. The words aren't probably any better. Pribble hits one. He gets his first basket of the game. 36-24. Battlers still down 12, though.
Long pass down to Richardson. He got fouled from behind.
Mazzela picks up his first foul. 15 foul, but that's not that you want to foul, but the Battlers have to get aggressive and try to get some steals here.
I got another change.
Bieber's in for the Battlers with Krause out. A whole bunch of guys came in for the Buffs.
Mortensen and Leafgreen are in again for the Stanley County Buffs. That's Leafgreen. He finds Olson and drops it into Boxley. Boxley goes up off the board.
his first basket, 38-24.
Obviously, the Stanley County, they tell them to use the backboard, which all coaches do.
Mazzella with it. Takes it to the basket. It goes, and he's fouled.
They're going to give it to him.
Max Mazzella, his first basket of the game.
That'll make that young man happy.
Foul is on Cash Richardson, his second, and Mazzella with the chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Clock is still running. It shouldn't be. No, it's still running.
Short.
Leaf Green has it, and he's fouled. No, we have a timeout.
All right, folks, we're told by IT they're resetting the camera, so it's off, but they can still hear us, right, Miss Izzy? Yeah. So we'll keep talking.
All right. Well, the clock was running there as Mazzella was shooting his free throw, which it shouldn't have been. That cost the Battlers some time, which they don't. They need all the time they can get. But we all make mistakes. I've done that clock job a couple of times, and it's not an easy one. So I don't mean to be overly critical there. But the Battlers are down 12, 38-26. The timeout was called by the Buffaloes. It was a full timeout, and Battlers have got a long way to go in a short time to get there. It's not impossible, especially with that three-point shot. 4 threes is all we'd need. But Battlers are going to have to get her going in a hurry. So it is Buffalo ball, 2:36 to play.
Mortensen will trigger it on the sideline. Gives it into Greenleaf. 2:30 coming up on 2:30 to play. Kicked on to Boxley. Boxley drops it over to Richardson. Richard steps back. He lost a handle.
Chase with it. Battlers need to take advantage of this. Chase will take a three short.
Boxley blocked.
Chevron there for the rebound. Gets it to Pribble. Puts it up. No good. Pribble gets it back. Held ball. Goes to the Battlers. 22 on the shot clock. Bieber with it. Throw it in bounds. To Chase. Inside to Pribble. Shot is blocked, but he gets a foul.
Saves foul.
Foul will be, I believe, on Mortensen. That's his first.
Okay, we're told you guys can see the game again, so welcome back.
Yeah. Of course, you guys probably figured that out before we told you. But here's Pribble at the line for two. Misses the first. That Battlers need every point they can get. 2:07 to play, down 12. Second one no good.
Loose ball.
Chevron runs it down. Another chance for the Battlers. Bieber with it. And he traveled.
Yeah.
Kind of lost control of the ball there, and by the time he got it back, he'd taken too many steps.
Stanley County brought another freshman in. This one's Wessel. Because I know Zeb, it's not Zeb, it's Zeb. He plays varsity, and I saw him play. So this is definitely Wessel.
And Buffaloes lose it out of bounds. Battlers with another chance. Kraus comes back in. Hobart comes back in. Mazzella and Pribble go out. Chevron to throw it in bounds. Minute 55 to play. Chase with it. Hobart. Kraus.
They need to put that ball up.
Yes, they can't have long possessions here with under 2 minutes to play and down 12. Hobart with it. Chase.
Come on, Chase. Put that ball up. There you go.
Chase puts it up and hits it, and he's fouled. Chase with 13 points.
Jeff, what do you got for a score? Because I don't think that scoreboard's right.
Well, let's see. I've got 6 for Stanley County in this quarter, making 38. I've got 9 for the Battlers, making 28.
38.
Yep.
All right.
Chase at the line for one. The foul was on Leaf Green, his second. Trevor Caldwell comes into the game for Stanley County.
Nice shot.
Free throw is good, makes 14 for Chase. Battlers down 9 though.
Okay, Leaf Green has it. He's got Chase on him. Leaf Green gets it across. Still trying to go all the way. Finally pulls up and stops. That's Wessel that has it.
Battlers not fouling to get the ball at this point.
Wessel drops it back off to Leaf Green.
Buff's running some clock.
That's Richardson that has it. Drops it into Mortensen. Mortensen. Oh, did he give it to Cadwell? Cadwell gets 2, and he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
Foul's on Krause, I believe. That's his 4th.
Yeah, there it is. I knew that scoreboard was wrong. They corrected it.
No, they just gave him the basket.
Oh, they did? Darn those
40
guys.
to 29.
All right, Miles. Math. Cadwell's going to see if he can make it here. And he
That's
does.
it. His first 3 points of the night. Battlers down 12. Pass stolen away,
Almost.
goes out of bounds, so the Battlers will retain it.
Richardson had a handle on it. He just couldn't pull it in.
1:05 to play. Battlers got to put up some shots in a hurry. Bieber with it. Puts one up, blocked.
Cadwell gets the errant shot. Mortensen gives it over to Wessel. Wessel's driving behind the back, picks it up. He's double teamed. Leaf Green has it, almost punched away. Back to Wessel. Wessel drops it into Cadwell. Cadwell can't get the handle on it. Turns over.
So the Battlers with it, 43.4 seconds remaining.
Now, I'm not the coach, but these kids need to get the ball up.
Well, it's not likely to happen at this point, but let's see him score anyway. Krause misses the shot, got blocked actually, gets it back. Chevron with it. Chevron takes it to the basket, misses.
Yeah, pulled down by Leaf Green. 25 seconds. Long pass down to Wessel. Wessel lost the handle, or are they going to call a foul? Yeah, they're going to call a foul. Wessel will go to the line.
Both things were true, I think. He lost the handle and he got fouled. Hobart with his 5th, so he'll foul out of the game with 22.4 seconds left. Joseph Stanley comes in.
He's been out for a while. Obviously, you can tell why.
Yep, got that big brace on his knee. 1-1 for Wessels.
Short. Pulled down by Mortensen. Kicks it out of Leaf Green. He'll fire up a 3. Why not? Cadwell gets the loose ball and puts it up for 2.
He has 5 in the short time he's played, 43-29.
Productive minutes.
Battlers will try to get one more shot up. Krause with it. He'll take it. No
There's
good.
what they need to do. Pulled down by Mortensen. That should do it. There we go, Jeff. You can take it home.
So our final is the Stanley County Buffaloes 43, the Potter County Battlers 29. The final scoring totals, Q Bourne leads the Buffaloes with 12 points. Cash Richardson has 8. Calvin Grandin has 7. Trevor Caldwell contributed 5 here at the end of the game. Brendan Bothwell has 4. Ethan Leafgreen with 3. And Austin Boxley with 2. So if I did the math right, that should be 43 points. For the Battlers, Jaron Chase led the way with 14 points. Sean Sire had 5. Jackson Krause 4. Jonah Pribble 2. Joseph Stanley 2. And Max Mazzela 2. So that adds up to 29. And that's your final score. Stanley County 43, Potter County 29. So that wraps up the JV game. We will be back after a while with the varsity game. They've got 15 minutes on the clock. We'll come back probably with about 4 or 5 left. But they haven't started the clock yet either. So until we come back, we'll invite you to listen to some commercials, and we'll also ask you to please patronize our sponsors because they help make these broadcasts possible.